Hey, what's up, everyone? It's your girl, Sherelle. I'm the host of Let's Talk the Show, and this ain't a podcast. I want to thank y'all for tuning in this Tuesday like you do every Tuesday. I got a great show in store. But before I go any further, make sure you click that button in your lower right corner and share this live with 3 friends you think would love the conversation. You guys, we got a brief but really fun episode. I got a brief but really fun episode in store for you. I'm super excited. We'll have a special guest tonight as well. But before I get into it, I definitely got to give you something that I'm grateful for. Well, before I do that, I got to share this live with 3 friends. I think we love it. So let's get into it. Let's also get into it, y'all. I try to send it to. Okay, perfect. So let's get right into it. Something I am grateful for today. I would say that today I am grateful for I'm grateful to have faith because y'all I have took a right now I'm in the midst of taking an enormous step of faith, a leap of faith. And I don't know what's gonna happen, y'all, but I am praying. Like I am taking a huge leap of faith right now, and I am just gonna pray about it. And I'm gonna pray, and I'm gonna do what I can do. The rest, I'm gonna leave that up to God, because that's it. So I'm grateful right now for this leap of faith that I'm taking. I don't know how it's gonna turn out, but what I do know, one thing's for certain, 2 things for sure, is that if everything works out for me in the end, there's never truly a loss. I've never taken a loss because everything works out for me. So if I never take a loss and everything works out for me, in turn, that makes everything wins and lessons. Lessons and wins. That's all I got. So I'll never lose. So keep that in mind and know that all things work together for my good. Cause child, listen, I don't know what's going on. But so yeah, that's what I'm grateful for. This leap of faith that I'm taking, and I don't know how it's gonna go, but we just gonna pray about it. Amen. Amen. I see y'all dropping in. Make sure you drop something in the comment section that you are grateful for. So let me catch all up. So let me tell y'all what's been going on. So this episode is going to be about, I will be talking about the autism walk that I attended. I'm going to be talking about, what did I have in mind? I'm going to talk about the autism walk. I'm going to be talking about the WNBA draft, right? I'm going to be talking about, yeah, I think that's it. I don't really have much to talk about. Hey, what's up, y'all? I see y'all joining in. Drop something in the comment section that you're grateful for. This episode is going to be about the autism walk that I did. It's going to be about something else. I just forgot what else I did. So it's going to be the autism walk. It's going to be the WNBA draft. It's going to be becoming a flag football mom, because y'all know I'm a mama. And then something else. It was something else that happened I wanted to talk to y'all about. I don't know. You know what? I'm going to talk about these jobs. That's what I'm going to talk about. Okay, so let's get into it. About a week ago, not even a week ago, yeah, a week ago, I went to a Detroit autism walk. I'm not going to go into too many details about the walk. You guys seen the content that I put out about it. But yeah, I want to say a couple things about the autism walk. I really, as a Black person growing up, we only really have like one person that's really like disabled in our family that has like a physical disability, right? Or a mental disability. That's very obvious, right? In my entire family that I know of. Literally one. And so I just remember growing up, like I just don't feel like my family did a good job of being as a safe place for my family member with the disability. I don't feel like my family did a good job of being a safe space. I don't feel like we had enough conversations talking about children and people with physical disabilities or mental disabilities. So it was really important to make sure I attended the walk, the autism walk, because I have little family members and little ones. I love that are on the autism spectrum. And so we got there, and there were quite a few things that happened that completely turned me off from the event. I'm not going to lie. But one of the most things had to be the lack of warmth. I want to call it the lack of warmth at this event. You would think that at an autism event where you go to, where most of the kids here literally have some form of autism. They're somewhere on the spectrum. We went to this event, y'all, and it was not warm. It was not very welcoming. And I even asked a woman, because she had her daughter on a leash. Now, Prior to having kids, I felt some type of way about leashes on kids. I thought that was a little borderline abusive, giving a little slavery. But after having a kid, I know better. Put them little motherfuckers on the leash, especially when you go in theme parks, things like that. Leashes are really helpful, and especially if you have a child that's prone to running, leashes on your child could be a life-saving measure, literally. So a lady had her daughter on a leash. She probably run and just take off running and disappear in a second. No judgment. I wanted to ask her how the leashes were. And so I went to ask her, y'all, and she was dry. She was cold. She was just like really not warm, not welcoming. And I was just like, yeah, we ain't never come back to this motherfucker. And that's really how I felt about the event, you guys. I really want Black people to do more family friendly events, more informative events like that. But I really want us to be more warm and welcoming and very family friendly when we come to that motherfucker. Like, it's just crazy that when Black people do events, like, it's not very warm. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't be welcoming. We went, it wasn't very welcoming. It wasn't welcoming at all. Like, there was just not enough people that were very welcoming. And maybe people were just not feeling vulnerable enough. They didn't, feel comfortable being vulnerable enough. And it could be that. But like, I just want to attend more Black. I'm going to let you do the show, Reem. We just attended that event and it didn't feel very warm. Kareem, I'm going to let you help. Give me a minute. Anyways, we attended the event. It didn't feel very warm. It didn't feel very welcoming. It was quite the opposite. It just wasn't that. And I just really want us to throw more events and be more conscious of it. If you're going to be attending family friendly events, come family fucking friendly. Okay. If people asking you questions, people talking to you, you don't got to mean much. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to act like that. And that was the thing for me. Like, I wanted to talk to people and ask people about autism and, what did they think of the event and how did they feel? And people were just not. They were standoffish. They were rude. And it was just like, what the fuck you come for if you just about to act all stank? And I didn't like that. And so that's how I feel. Like, don't come to these family friendly events if you're not going to be family friendly. If you're going to be standoffish, you're going to be rude, you're going to be nasty, don't do it. And if you are going to throw an event and are not family friendly, don't throw the event. Simple is that. So I actually kind of enjoyed the walk outside of those couple of experiences. I kind of enjoyed the walk. I enjoyed my cupcake that I had there. I enjoyed Miss Black Michigan that I got to interview, which was super cool. So a few things I actually liked. Overall, I was not a some other things. So that's that. One moment, Kareem. I just told you. No, just wait. So that was Kareem. Just wait. So that was that. Now I bring up the autism walk because I want to talk about my events. I made a post about this on Facebook if you guys haven't seen. A lot of people inquire about me doing these interviews. Why is it like a light or something right there? A lot of people inquire about me doing interviews when I go to places. I want to reassure you guys. When I'm doing interviews at these events, unless I specifically say such and such invited me, or you see a follow-up post about somebody inviting me to do something, I am not hired to do these. I want to encourage you that if there's something that you want to do, do it. When I do events or when I'm doing these interviews, it's because I was somewhere that I wanted to be or somewhere I saw and registered to go, and I brought my mic and I brought my phone and I got an interview. I'm at these places because for whatever reason I'm there and I see an opportunity and I take it. And I want to encourage anybody, do not try to do anything. Go do it. I want to do interviews. I want to eventually become I don't know if I could be Academy Award winning talk show host. I don't know if they give awards for that, but I do want to be a very decorated, respected talk show host. And so guess what? The only way to do that is to get better at doing interviews. So guess what? If I see an event taking place and I got my phone and I'm ready to do it, then guess what? I'm going to do it. And that's free promo for me, free promo for them. And who the hell don't want free promo? So anytime you see me at an event and I probably got on some teal clothes, more than likely I was not paid to do that event. More than likely I just happened to fucking be somewhere and the opportunity was there and I was said I'm going to take it. So I just want to remind people about that because, people was asking about my attire when they see me doing these interviews. And it's like, I be chilling. The first time y'all saw me do that interview at the premiere, I was literally leaving with my sisters and my niece to head to Target. And I walked back in there. I introduced let me tell you about that. I was leaving to go to Target with my niece and my sister. And this is for the interview at the MJR. I was leaving And I saw a guy walk up, and I said to myself, I said, the next person that walks up, I'm going to introduce myself, and I'm going to get their information. I'm going to go do this interview. So I sat in my car, and a guy walked up, and I said, hey, how you doing? My name is Sherelle. I was like, you know who doing the premiere? He's like, yeah, my homeboy, my brother. So I was like, you want to introduce me? I got a talk show. I love to do an interview. He was like, yeah, I'm going to go get him. I was like, hold on, wait. I called my sisters because my sisters had already pulled off. My sister and my niece had already pulled off. So I called my sister and my niece like, hey, come back. Come with me to do this interview. And they were like, okay, we'll come. So they came back. And so then by the time my sisters was pulling back up, the guy had pulled back up and he was like, hey, how you doing? My brother told me you was trying to do an interview. I was like, yeah, I got a talk show. And so I interviewed him on the way in there. I talked with one of the guys I spoke with is an actor, and one of the guys I spoke with is he was a director of the movie. So I meet the actor guy who's the brother of the director. We walk to the movie. I interview him the whole way there. I get in a movie theater. He calls his brother over. His brother does part of the interview too. And so as I'm there, I'm getting B-roll, which is basically like people walking in. I'm interviewing people that's standing on the what's the name. So at this point, I've met a brother, I've met an actor, I've met a director. Okay. So that's two interviews I've done in the span of, I'm talking literally 10 minutes, probably less than 10 minutes because it was so busy. People were coming in. Now, I want to remind y'all, it was a really nice setup. I love these Tubi movie premieres because they look so nice. I mean, it's a big setup at MJR. They have the background. The guys are all suited and booted, okay? They looking good, all right? They in their black. They got the buffs on. They look nice, haircuts, everything. It's just nothing but bling, chains, buffs, the whole nine. So I've interviewed the director. I've interviewed the actor. And so at this point, I was like, you know what? I need one more. And so I end up interviewing another person, and I got that interview. I did 3 interviews under 15 minutes. And I got these interviews because I was at the movie theater. I wasn't there trying to do no interviews. I wasn't looking for this opportunity, but earlier in the year, I said, I'm shooting every shot. I don't care what shot it is. You don't get better unless you do the work. So guess what? I'm going to do the work. If I'm there and it's an event happening, I'm getting an interview. I don't care because don't nobody in this world don't want free promo. I want free promo. I want to better my skills. I want to master my craft. So guess what? If I'm at your event, guess what I'm doing? It's going to be a reel after it. I'm going to give a review after it. You got free promo. I got free promo. I master my craft. I'm spreading the word. Who don't want it? So when y'all see me doing these interviews, I just want to reassure you, ain't nobody paying me. Ain't nobody asking me to go nowhere. Baby, I just happen to be there. They happen to be there and I took the opportunity. That's just what it is. So the interview for the autism that I got, I saw that I was literally standing in my sister's car and that girl was walking past me. And the one thing that caught my eye, cause she's like a regular girl, she had a sash on. And I had glasses, obviously I wear glasses. I had my glasses on. I'm trying to eyeball her sash. And I see her walking. She's walking to me. I said, oh, when she get over here, I'm about to interview her. My sister is like, oh, I'm going to record you. Which I want to point this out is really important to have people around you that support you. My sister, the video that you saw in the intro of that reel is my sister recording me. It's so important to have people around you that believe in you, that support you. Because a lot of times people don't want to see me just in the camera. Sometimes people want to see me working, which is why those reels really did more. It did a lot better than my other reels because you get to see me in action. My sister recorded me. I saw that girl walking down the fucking parking lot. And I was like, hey, how you doing? Hey, girl, because I'm a personable woman. Hey, girl, tell me about your sash. She was, my name is Miss Black Michigan, whoop, and we chit-chatted for a minute. There you go. That's how I got my interviews. And moving forward, that's how I'm going to get the rest of them. And moving forward from there, all I'm going to be doing is building connections, building and strengthening relationships, and get more interviews. And before you know it, I'm going to be on Tubi, on Amazon, Netflix, somewhere. So I really just wanted to tell y'all, if there's anything that you want to do not try to do it. Go do it. You want to write? Write. You ain't going to get no better reading no books. You ain't going to get no better doing nothing but what you want to do. I want to get better at interviews. I want to get better at networking. I want to do all these things. So guess what? I'm about to do them. I ain't waiting for nobody to give me no opportunities. So that's what's been going on. I want to give you all that backstory on me doing those interviews. I was so tired about that rant. I see you guys in here joining. Hey y'all. So yeah, I know that's what's been happening in those last 2 events. Those 2. And I'm going to find some more stuff to do. DJ, I saw you in here as well. This shirt is not black owned, but this shirt is Black History. It is the Super Bowl, the first time 2 black head coaches went into the Super Bowl. So give you a little backstory on this. My daddy got us this shirt. It's called the Soul Bowl. I don't know when it happened. It's like 2008 or something like that. So this shirt is just a testimony that I love t-shirts. I'm very much a t-shirt girl. I had a t-shirt business before I had a talk show business, right? I love t-shirts. And so I'm going to be supporting some black owned businesses again. When I first started this show, every episode I wore a different shirt, a different t-shirt from a black owned business, I'm about to get back into it. Except I am not going to be buying from y'all. I am going to be popping up at pop-up shops. I'm going to be doing reels and reviews and things like that and telling you guys where to go support black owned businesses from. So DJ, I know you got your stuff somewhere. And if you still in here, I want you to know I have not forgotten. I'm going to make my way down there to that store and get your stuff. So that's next on my list. Y'all will see some. I'm going to be giving y'all more content, more things that really matter to me, more things that I want y'all to see. And we're going to be having some more intimate conversations, more important things. There's so much BS out here on the internet. It's so much ass shaking. It's so much drama. It's so much killing and violence. I really want to have more intimate, more important conversations that are really good for your soul. I'm a big person on like things that make my soul happy, that make me feel good. I'm very big on feelings because that's borderline how I run my life, off my feelings, which you got to be careful with. But I'm very big on things that make my soul happy. And I really want to give y'all more of me, more of the things that make my soul happy, and more conversations that we really be having in real life. Like how you feel after making decisions. Like how do you feel after having to make a tough decision? Feeling that guilt, you know, different things about friendships, real relationships, real conversations about real relationships. All that, now that 50-50, y'all gonna have to go to the shade room for that, because I don't even have none of those conversations, right? So I'm definitely going to be giving y'all more content about black owned businesses, because that's something that's important to me. That's something that I believe in. So I'm going to give you more content about that. I'm going to be giving you more intimate, more really, really good conversations. We're going to be more places. So I really want y'all to stay tuned for that, because I really have a lot planned for Let's Talk the Show this year. I want y'all to kick it with me. I want y'all to drop in. We're going to be having a bunch of guests. Everything is getting in the works. I took a leap, y'all. And so slowly but surely the ball is turning. So y'all gonna see me more places, working with more people. And I just hope that y'all tune in. I hope that y'all support me and things like that. I do want to ask a real quick question. Did y'all watch the WNBA? The WNBA draft? I didn't watch it, but I've been catching clips. Hey, I see you in here. So we're going to talk about that really briefly. And then my son's going to come in as my special guest today. He wants to talk about his experience with flag football. So first thing I want to say is women's basketball has been on fire. I talked about this a couple episodes ago. I am loving women's basketball. Being honest, I haven't heard much about it in the last 10 years probably. But growing up, I heard so much about women's basketball. Like I had a friend, shout out to Tykera. She's a singer and a pianist. And Tykera used to talk a lot in elementary school about the Detroit Shock, because Tykera played basketball. She loved the Detroit Shock. Like I heard so much, not just from her, but just all around growing up in elementary school and a little middle school about women's basketball. As I got older, I didn't hear much about it. But as of lately, that fire has been sparked and ignited again, and it is bubbling. The girls are cooking up on the court, and I love it. So recently, the WNBA took place, and Detroit's very own Rakia Jackson got drafted. I'm super excited. I'm really excited for women's basketball. I think that it's really good to see women like getting the recognition. It's really good to see women bringing that grit, bringing that hunger back to the court. It's really good to see in this day and age. It's really good to see black women doing their thing in industries, like in just different industries. So to see black women dominating on the court, heating up social media, it's good to see black women just like being recognized for not just black excellence, not just for degrees, but black women heating up for sports, especially basketball. We see a lot of them in gymnasts. We know Serena and Venus then dominated tennis, but it's super heat to see black women getting this recognition, showing us that black excellence in other industries. And honestly, I really want to talk to young girls who are inspired by this. Like, I'm happy to see black women re-inspire other black girl athletes that are coming up. I can't wait to see the female athletes that come up behind them as a result of what they've done on the court and on social media. I really am excited. Shout out to Rakia. I think she's going to LA. So super excited for that. And yeah, what y'all think about the WNBA? I know that they don't make a lot of money, which is crazy. I think that it was Caitlyn. Caitlyn will be making, I think altogether over like next 5 years, should be making approximately, under 400,000. The non-starting NBA player that's on the bench makes $1 million. That is a 700, and she ain't even making 400 even. So we gonna call it a $700,000 gap. That's a $700K gap in pay. He dog that's sitting on the bench on the NBA is making $1 million to sit on the bench. She is literally making a third of that. That's crazy. So, I'm really excited to see, I'm really excited to see black women and women in general get on the court, do their thing, ball out. I personally am going to go to a game. I don't know what game I'm going to go or how I'm going to go, but I am going to go to support a game, even if it means traveling. I want to go support, and really help women, close that pay gap, right? So I'm going to go support, and I hope that you guys do too. I hope that you support the ladies, because they're really doing some amazing things, and I'm really proud to be able to witness it. So the last topic of the day, excuse me, I'm sorry, y'all know I went on a rant. I'm gonna call my son in here so we can talk about his flag football. Give y'all a little backstory. I signed my son up for flag football. I'm super excited. Football is one of those sports I did not want my son to play, just because the risk of injury is so high, and it could be so severe with something so small, right? A hit could turn into being paralyzed. It's just so many crazy things that can happen with football, and it just makes me scared. I never wanted my son to play, but flag football, I think, is important. I mean, not important, but I think as a single parent, I think that it's super important for my child to be enrolled in sports. It teaches sportsmanship. It teaches camaraderie. It also allows him to be around more men. I have men in my family too, but I also want him to see more positive male role models, black male role models. That's important. And I also feel like when kids are involved in sports, they have something to be committed to. They have something that takes up their time and occupy their mind, which kind of keeps them out the streets. A lot of kids will see, that our athletes will say, I could have went the other way. I had my homies, but I was in sports, and, my homies kept me on the right path, and I had to go to practice and things like that. And so as a single parent, and with very minimal, input from the father, it's really important that I put him somewhere that he can grow, that can blossom, that can keep him in line rather, when sometimes I can't or when the family can't. So I just really want to involve him at an early age into sports. And I know it's going to be beneficial in the long run. Even if he doesn't stay in flag football or goes on to football, I definitely want to get him into other sports or whatever, any other type of competitive thing, really sports, because you got to be outside. But just really get him on some teams and some sports and some extracurriculars so that he can get his mind focused. He can build those important social skills, and just to see other positive black male role models, right? So without further ado, here's my kid. Kareem, come on, babe. You got to tell the people. I don't know if y'all can hear him, but he just screamed like, yeah. Come on, Reem, hurry up. Come on. You gonna close out the show. What you have?
Yes.
Okay, so. All right, y'all. My kid is here. Say hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Okay, so we're gonna talk about you going into flag football, right? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so you did flag football on Sunday, right?
Yeah.
And what did you think about it? Like, did you enjoy it?
Yeah.
And what was your favorite part about it?
Racing.
Okay, look at the camera. Your favorite part about flag football was racing?
Yeah.
Okay, was that your first time playing football?
Yeah.
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 What do you think? What part don't you like about football?
I don't like the part how everybody pass the ball to each other.
You don't like everybody passing the ball to each other?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
You don't know. You just don't like it. Okay. And can you tell the people anything that you learned? Okay, let's put that down. Can you tell people something that you learned in flag football?
We learned I don't know.
Did you learn any new moves, or did you learn any new words?
We was doing something new.
You was doing are they called drills?
No.
They are called drills.
No, we didn't do drills.
Okay. Well, let's tell the people. Are you excited to go back?
Yes.
You are. Okay. And then what's one new sport you might want to try this summer?
Kennedy sport.
A what sport?
A Kennedy bus sport.
What sport? Is there another? Okay. Is there another sport you might want to try this summer? You want to try maybe soccer or baseball or?
We try baseball.
Baseball. Okay. You talk about wanting to play baseball when you see the kids at your school, right? With the big boys. Yeah. You want to play? Can you put that down? Focus. You'd want to play baseball.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, tell the people bye and thank you for
Bye.
stopping by. Okay.
Bye.
No, don't end. No, don't end that. I'm gonna end it. Well, you know what? We'll end it together. So we're gonna go out the same way I came in. Um, put that down. I would say that I'm grateful for this little kiddo that keeps me busy. And that truly is a a ball of fun. And he's a personal comedian. What's something that you're grateful for? What's something you really appreciate that you have?
Toys.
Toys. I think that's a good response. All right, go ahead, get down.
Wait, we can do this.
Okay, wait,
together.
okay. Oh, wait, we'll do it together. I want to thank you guys for joining me this Tuesday like y'all do every Tuesday. That's all I got for y'all. My name is Sherelle. I'm the host of Let's Talk the Show, and this ain't a podcast. I will see y'all next Tuesday. Peace. Hit the X. Okay, Kim. Okay, hit the X. And now.